Cheers. We can make it through this. I believe in you. Wow, how predictable. A guy who loves being outdoors was tempted by the sun and went outdoors, even though he promised himself to be inside. Oh well. And this is exactly why I have no regrets breaking my promise and going outside. Because I'm able to do it, and oh my goodness, the sunshine. You know, I'm so glad the weather is nice, because well, everything else really isn't, and I don't even care about this wind. Well, maybe I do, I don't know, but it is the end of March, which means usually I'd be like excited for Eurovision and like all the entries, listening to them, like they're all out at this point, and like I'd be mentally preparing for like the episodes and whatnot. I'd also have my internship a quarter of the way done, and I'd be excited for the Worlds Collide tour, which is like two of my favorite bands coming together for one show evening, and I'm going with my best friend. But that is what would usually be the case. However, this is not mid-March of any year. This is mid-March of 2020, which means that Eurovision was recently announced to be cancelled in our face. If there's a where you've wondered what losing your religion actually means, basically that. The World Collide Tour might still be happening, but it's postponed until indefinitely. I don't know. Arranging the internship has been tougher than expected, and I didn't want to do this video. I didn't want to talk about it, but here we are. This is like a special moment, so I guess I'm documenting it. So the thing about the coronavirus at the moment is it like I was traveling until basically the day the Netherlands decided to well, basically more or less lock its borders and be like real strict about it. Like at this point there is a 1.5 meter distance rule that you have to follow, and the queues in front of like certain cash points just look really weird because there's like this big distance between people. There's glass hanging between the cash register and the person, so that there's no infection thing there. There are sheets of paper hanging between the different self-checkouts. There are tape markers for minimum distance. I can show you a clip of earlier this morning doing shopping. The irony of the whole self-isolation thing that they want us to do is that most people aren't outside, but I have been going outside way more personally, just because well, uni has actually pretty much locked down and their courses are online. Not that matters to me, because this semester I'm supposed to have like an internship, but like even before that I had the same amount of time, and yet after they announced it, I guess that also has to do with this weather being just awesome, like, the past week and for the foreseeable future, which is just amazing. But I've been a lot outdoors, a lot more. Ironically, like a month before, I actually sort of started to do an online dating thing, and well, how do you date people if the country is basically in quarantine mode? I don't know. You ask them, will you be my quarantine? I don't know. So that's a thing. And this lack of sort of physical, the irony is I usually don't go like out a lot to party and stuff, because like usually hanging out with like my housemates from time to time, that's usually good. But like now that I physically am not allowed to do the thing, it somehow hurts. And it wouldn't be so bad if the cafes hadn't like all shut down on the beach. Like I'd usually go for a walk and then just stop at whatever cafe I'm closest to by the time I don't want to continue walking anymore. That's not possible because they have all closed down until like April 6th, so that's not fun for me. But takeaway services these days are amazing. I've had Domino's twice on the beach, and I am really happy. Like I'm glad that I have my music. Like, I know it's a small thing, but the fact that there's still pizza delivery does make my day, not gonna lie. And then this weather is just, I feel like, curing quarantine for all of us right now, because I don't really want to imagine what it is like for people who are just stuck in this pot of rain for this past while. If you are one of those people and you're watching this, I just like let me know roughly where you're from, and I'll try to water manage the clouds away from your area. That was a tough unit in water management. Year 2, semester 2 was a tough one. Sky water management is a tough thing, and the more people you know locally, the more energy you can transfer locally more effectively. Like it's more difficult to manage clouds far away than it is if you have a whole bunch of friends with you and like, you know, local where you want the clouds to disperse. Much easier. And if you think I can actually do that, it's not possible, but I have been in charge of the weather for someone's wedding on the beach, and it was definitely me that arranged the amazing sunset at the end there. Definitely not luck at all. I am so glad I have such a. I'm glad my brain's commentary always tries to make things funny, because my goodness, I don't know where I'd be without my humor and music and just all that. Oh, and also being separated from family is like, it's not such a big deal for me because like I've been out of my parents' house since 2015. Yeah, 2015. So that's I guess that's not too bad. The only like I feel like since I'm like introverted, I can deal with this thing quite a bit better. Like I have all these passions that I now have more time for. Like I make some playlists in my free time. I like graphic design. Like I do sometimes make cover art for those playlists and even just other stuff. I do creative writing, which is currently at my parents' place, which I do not have access to because travel bans just all over the place. And actually the Swiss borders are locked, so there is that. But also yeah, my YouTube thing, like this thing, like there will be more coming because now I have more time. So I guess stay tuned for that. But like also I've been journaling a little bit just to try to sort through my thoughts and everything. This is just a logistical mess. Everything's uncertain and fun times. But now, to end this video on more of a fun note, I am gonna introduce you to my an introvert's survival guide to well, quarantine. From an introvert to all the extroverts out there who don't know what to do with their time. You're welcome. Idea number 1. You could totally do what many other people are doing right now, which is actually set up a home concert of your own. I bet there are some of you that have instruments lying in your rooms or in your houses and you don't even know it. So get it out, you can just take a camera and film yourself playing, and that's basically what I have on my main channel as my last video. But before we get started with that, future editing me here, hello, I want to draw your attention to a link in the description that will take you to a Tiltify fundraiser. It supports the overall movement that was started here on YouTube and is probably happening all across social media right now, which is called #HopeFromHome, where basically, because everyone is in this weird sort of quarantine sort of state, YouTubers and all the people all across figured this would be a good way to, while we're stuck at home watching more digital content than usual anyway, we might as well do fundraising for the people who are actually out there working and fighting the coronavirus as we speak. And so a massive thanks to you guys if you are one of the people that is usually at the front lines, like hospitals, grocery stores, delivery services. Thank you so much. The link down below is a place where you can donate. I know the goal is like $100, but that is basically a supporting goal for like, that is like a supporting fundraiser for the overall thing that's happening. So it's just like my little side story, if you will. But I'll stop talking now and enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you. Let's go. 3, 2 Idea 2, watch some YouTube. For all I know, at the moment there's this campaign going on, you may have heard of it, Hope from Home. Yeah, that. Just go to your favorite creator and share some love and maybe donate a few bucks. Just, but I talked about that more, and there'll be a link in the description to the fund me again. Wow, I'm really nailing that home. And yes, this is what I chose. Game theory is fun. Dance, third idea. Dance, just give yourself some movement. Like, exercise is fun and all, but if you have music that you can properly dance to, then, well, the world is just a better place. But obviously you kind of have to have the space for that, which I'm not sure whether I had enough space, but had enough space to have fun for a bunch of minutes. Also, it helps that Eurovision is releasing the past final showings. Like, this is from the 2009, so if you're into that, go watch it, it's fun. Idea number 4, since these are probably confusing times for everyone, I suggest actually, or recommend, journaling a bit, because that way you'll have your thoughts on paper, and that way you can probably see them clearly. You can sort of get out of your head what you have in your head. You view it as like a second storage space, basically. Like for all your emotions, like it'll make you be able to take a step back from them, and then it'll also help you get an overview for what happens during work and all that stuff, and or uni or whatever, but putting things down on paper gives you a really nice overview. Idea 5, sing to your favorite songs. And if you don't know the lyrics, then look up the lyrics, because some lyrics are really poetic and some lyrics are not. But like, sincerely, if the songs are like big and upbeat and like full of energy, then screaming out these lyrics can be like a lot of fun. So there is that. I was trying to keep it calm here because like I have housemates, but okay. You know what another thing is you can do in your free time? Upset the entire internet. Yep, I'm a fan of this. Idea number 6, get yourself a book. Because I'm sure there are a whole bunch of books in your house, and I hope that some of them are fiction. Because, well, even if they're non-fiction, yes, non-fiction, sure. Get yourself something that is like not sort of academic literature and just start reading. I hope you have found something in your home that you can enjoy. Idea number 7, draw something. I know it's like a classic thing where it's like you have to have multiple colors to make it exciting, and sure, that helps, but just the act of drawing with one pen is also really relaxing, because it's just you, the pen, and the paper, and the idea that you have in your head. It is really soothing. Also, don't mind me showing me drawing the thumbnail. Yep, that's definitely a thing I did. Idea 8, photography. And yes, that is me taking the picture of the thumbnail that you saw earlier. Well, thank you so much. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was a bit more fun than most like vlogs that are like sentimental. To be fair, I am gonna be releasing one of those. Maybe, hopefully today, I don't know, but on my other channel. But Remember the link in the description. Let's help the frontline fighters against the coronavirus. Let's help them. Again, if you're one of those frontliners, then thank you for your service. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!